And good morning. This is Lois from Autism Digest, along with Matthew, and we have a special guest today. Her name is Shawn Murphy. She is the Vice President of the Thought Leadership and Innovation Foundation, and she has a long history of helping people. I'm going to let Shawn go over a little bit of her bio and hit the high points and the important parts that someone one of our readers of Autism Digest might be very interested in.
Sure. Thank you for the opportunity to talk about our work today. My background specifically is in enterprise program implementation and management of enterprise level programs, both in the commercial and the federal government space. So pretty much over many years, I've developed a broad background in software development, project management, budgeting, financial forecasting, marketing, strategy. So my role at TLI is that I oversee all of the program activities from their start through their launch and then ongoing sustainment over the years. So it's just that broad background that allows me to cover all of that.
That's amazing. That's I read your bio and it was just like reading a long book or something. I'm like, oh my gosh, where do I hit the high points here? I think I'm going to let Shawn do that.
So try to boil it down pretty.
Yeah, boil it down.
Well, because this is Autism Digest, what we'd like to hear, what is the Autism Knowledge Gateway that's part of the TLI, and like what motivated TLI to develop this?
Sure. So at TLI, we've always been focused on addressing hard problems in specific special communities and what we feel are underserved communities. So we would like to see where we can fill an unmet need to drive, and specifically using data to drive towards better data that will lead to better health. And so we saw an unmet need in the autism community where peer-reviewed research is just not readily available in a digestible format to most people, specifically physicians, and a lot of times it's pediatricians treating autistic patients. And so, and especially also to the parents of autistic children, how do you find information that you understand and that you can trust? So if you search the internet, you'll find a lot of theories, people's individual experiences, claims about therapies and treatments, curing autism, but it's not easy to find good peer-reviewed research that you can trust, especially as a parent not having a clinical background. And it's hard enough for a physician who does have a clinical background. And so we all know that physicians are short on time and they don't have always the time to do their own research. So the Autism Knowledge Gateway, what it was designed to do is to make available a curated library of peer-reviewed publications about autism. So autism's causes, symptoms, treatments that have been researched and published by NIH or medical journals. So we pull all that research together into one place where physicians right now can go and research autism. So the first iteration of the gateway is only available to physicians because we really want to prove it out and make sure it is a good resource before we open it up to parents. Once it's proven out by the group of thought leaders that we've developed, we'll open the gateway to the public, but the limited release is until we just make sure we're giving good information out to the parents before we open it up to them. So it won't be too long. We're looking at next year, but for this year, it's just the physicians.
I can say, I want to jump in and just say, we mentioned earlier, we're both practicing speech language pathologists, and this is so important for parents to have access to this because I think there is a lot of mystery around, well, what sort of things can help with a variety of challenges that autistic kids might encounter, communication development, sensory processing issues. Mm-hmm. And unfortunately, I think because of that research data is often so hard for people to digest and have a clinical background, they go to social media and look for answers. And it's just, at best, expert opinion. That's maybe at best. Oftentimes it's poor information that's can really interfere with good outcomes.
Yeah, it's because I'm not only a therapist but a parent myself, and going to the internet just randomly and searching something. First of all, you get people trying to sell you things and paid ads, and you have to, you know, push those aside. But you want to know, is it real? Is it not real? And then you have just tons of information, and you just end up, forget it. I'm done. I'm on overload, and I got to go fix dinner. So this is more than needed. This is really great. So tell us a little bit about how, like, artificial intelligence and big data and all these things, how you're wrapping this around to create this portal gateway.
Right. So we have the articles loaded up into the portal right now. Right now we are approaching 5,000 research articles in that library right now, with the goal of, we have a curated set of about 45,000 articles. So we're still uploading a lot of articles. And as we upload them, they become searchable in the library. And so we make sure they're uploaded, in a specific format, a specific way that allows that search capability. And that also enables the AI feature of the product. So the articles are uploaded and they've been categorized. So there are different categories, anywhere from pregnancy to adult ASD, seizures, mitochondrial issues, toxicants, supplements. So we have the articles kind of pocketed in categories. So you can search a category if you want to, or you can just search the whole library on specific keywords. And you can also, with the AI feature, you can ask it a question. What causes seizures in autism? And so it'll come back with an answer. The AI will come back with an answer, and it'll also come back with a list of the articles that were used to compile that answer. So you can dive into one or more of those articles if you choose to dive a little deeper than what the AI is telling you right now.
That's fantastic. That's
excellent.
amazing.
Yeah, we're very excited about it.
I want to try it right now.
I
Shawn,
think that's such an important feature.
Yes, this is that really is amazing. I can think how that is just so important if you have a question, because you never really, the idea of it then coming back and being able to give you the references for what research that was pulled out of. I like that a lot.
Right. We're only using peer-reviewed references. So we have, if a document is published on PubMed or through NIH, other medical journals, we pull those, but then we do our own peer review on those articles before they're uploaded into the library, so that we know that's good science or good medicine that's being put in there.
That's so important. And then I think I'm curious about the AI feature, it'll be able to answer follow-up questions, or possibly even summarize this quickly. So, I mean, for busy parents, busy physicians, is that one of the main aims is just to be able to access this information in a digestible way, so it can act on it
very quickly. Yes. And especially for physicians, their time is short, they're treating, and especially physicians treating autistic patients. There aren't that many pediatricians who really specialize in treating autistic children, and they're seeing patients back to back all day long. And so they have very little time to do this kind of research. But as they're developing a care plan for an individual child, they can do this research very quickly and know that the information can be trusted.
That's so important.
Yeah, that's super helpful. So, anyway, so I see that you've collaborated with over 40 different clinicians, and is this to help the UI, the UX, or the information part of it, or what?
All of the above. All of the above. So we have one physician in particular who's collected and curated this library of documents over the years, and we are adding to that library. So we have over 40,000 documents, but we're collaborating with the other physicians as a group of thought leaders in the space. They all treat autistic children, actively treating children today, and we feel they have the insights into the community and what the community needed, and then they're informing us on how this tool can be made better before we open it up to everybody. And so we meet with them routinely. We show them the work that's been done, the progress, what features are in there. And so they've suggested some features and how things can be made to be more supportive of the physician community.
Excellent. So do you have any estimate at all of when this is going to be ready for our
We're going to do an alpha release in the third quarter of this year. So
Okay.
like probably an October timeframe, we're doing an alpha release to a broader group of physicians, and we're pulling together a list of those physicians now who we would like to invite to the broader group. And then once it's been proven out and we made some, get some feedback from that group, then we would open it up to the public. I think that's the plan.
To the parents. Okay.
I think that's great. And usability studies are key to get people to actually use beneficial technology, because you can have the greatest solution in the world, but if it's not, if you don't have the stakeholders be part of designing it, then it's going to be hard for them to use it, or they'll be less willing to use it. So that's a great idea.
Right.
Excellent. Excellent. And then after this is opened up, let's just say November, beginning of next year, any future plans, or is it just continuous quality improvements?
So we'd like to add more research. It would be obviously more quality improvement and putting more recent publications in there as they come available, because so many published each year, and just to have those reviewed and put into the library. So we have current research in there as well as the older research. But the idea is to add more resources in there and partner with other autism organizations specifically to highlight some of the resources that they have for parents.
Excellent. Excellent. So, well, I encourage everyone to keep an eye out for this, parents and therapists too. Oh my gosh, we need this so bad. We're writing up reports to know the things that we say we can actually reference and highlight. This is super important. So thank you so much, Shawn, for coming on and telling us about this. Definitely gonna.
Thank you for the opportunity. Appreciate it.
Yeah, definitely going to follow you, and let us know when it's available. Love to have you back on and give a little demonstration or show the technology.
That would be great.
Absolutely, because we would really like to be able to highlight where people can access this, because there, as we've mentioned, there's a big need for this in both clinical applications and then just parent information to be able to act on. So I love the idea that this will be available soon. If people have questions, we can direct them here where there's actual research that they can read themselves and also understand, which is really important.
Right. All right. Thank you so much. Appreciate your time.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Here.